Amazing. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us, Connor. It's so nice to see you again.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So anticipation of the new season of Lock and Key coming up on October 22nd. Maybe tell us a bit about what we can expect of Tyler's character arc in this upcoming season.
Yeah, in season one, Tyler was really he was really weighed down by this grief and this enormous grief and guilt that he carried about what happened with his dad. And really a lot of his arc in season one was letting go of some of that weight. And at the beginning of season two, you find him in a much lighter, more comfortable place. They think that they've won against Dodge. He's settling in at Key House and in Matheson. He has Jackie in his life. His relationship with his family is much better. So really at the beginning, things are looking good for Tyler. And the storm cloud that's hanging over that is that he very quickly realizes that he and Jackie are on the edge of becoming adults. And we know that adults, for whatever reason, can't remember magic. So he starts to become increasingly worried about what it means to forget magic, what other memories would go with that. Would he lose all of this sense of security and comfort that he's won? So that becomes really his driving focus in season two, is finding a way to hold on to his memories and this life that he's built in Matheson.
Part of the beauty of the series is just this the bond that Tyler and his siblings have together. They're overcoming the grief of losing their father, and also at the same time they're very protective of their mother Nina, played by Darby Stanfield, who's awesome.
She is.
Tell us about maybe achieving some of that, like that chemistry that you have, that amazing bond that we see on screen. How do you guys build that together?
I mean, I almost feel like I have to invent an answer to this question because it just felt easy. I mean, especially, we shot season one and in 2019, and then we kind of had an extended break because of the pandemic. We got started later than we were supposed to. And then we shot season 2 and 3 back to back. So we were shooting for pretty much a full year together in a pandemic. So essentially the only people I was seeing every day were these people. And everyone was so happy to be working again and so happy to be outside of their homes. And it was this, I've worked on different shows and with a lot of great cast and crews, but this was like this is like a very special sort of bonding process. I mean, I feel so unbelievably close to these people, to Amelia and to Jackson and to Darby and to all our crew. It really didn't require a lot of effort to imagine that they were my family.
Amazing. You can totally see it's palpable. I want to talk about Netflix in Your Neighborhood. It's a new site available for Canadian Netflix.
Yeah, no. You know what? There's a bar up near my house, or like a diner, and I was walking before a couple weeks ago, and I saw on the ground this sticker that said "Lock and Key shot here," and I was like, "Oh wow!" I was starstruck for a moment.
It is. It's amazing to see the legacy of what it is that you've accomplished and made together with the cast. Like, I want to ask, what were some of your favorite like filming spots? I mean, you filled out on the East Coast. I know.
Yeah.
And then also a lot of it's around the GTA here in Toronto. But what have been some of your favorite spots?
We've shot all over Toronto, all over the GTA, all over Ontario. We shot in Nova Scotia, and I still think the place that gave me the most like shiver up my spine when we went. So the exterior of Key House is the set that they built outside on this lot north of Hamilton in Freelton. And they built the entire first 2 floors of this house and all the property that you see, the roads, the well house, the garden shed, all the greenery, all that was built for the show. And I've never seen something of that scale before. And it feels so lived in and like home. And because we shot for a full year, we saw every season. So it was like fall and then winter, and people were hiding inside the house, and then spring, and people were starting to come out, and then summer, and the crew was all lounging on the lawn. And it was like, it really felt like home. So I'm gonna miss driving away from that set was hard, actually.
It's just amazing the amount of detail just in the props and the set and everyone.
It's really incredible.
I want to ask you one last question. I know the season 2 premiere of Canada's Drag Race takes place tonight. I'm a huge fan of the show.
Tonight. Yeah.
It's tonight. Tell us a bit about your experience. I know you've appeared as a guest.
I'm a super Drag Race fan.
Too.
Obviously. I mean, that's ordinary. and I wish I could go into a lot of detail about my experience, but my memory is like a black hole. I feel like I was so nervous and so full of anticipation that I like my mind was blank. I arrived, and then 10 hours later I left, and that's about all I remember. So I really, really hope it wasn't a disaster. I guess we'll see in a few weeks. But it was so much fun. I mean, it was like there's a moment when toward the end when we were watching the lip sync,
Right.
and my job was done. Like the judges weren't talking anymore, so I could release a little bit of stress. And I was sitting there on the desk, and I had this moment of like, wow, I'm watching this in real life. It like, that was the one moment where it, like, the arrow hit.
Amazing. We can't wait to see that episode. But all the best with
Yeah.
season 2. I know
Thank
season
you.
3 is just down the pipes too. But all the best to you. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us.
Thank you so much.